Hi folks, it's been quite the eventful day. This phone here. Today is May 26, 2024. Last night I was certainly broken into, drugged and raped in my sleep while sleeping in a hotel that I paid for. That's just one example. And then today, just the usual run-of-the-mill stalking. So let me respond to, I'm obviously going to have to do a lot more background information. Like I said, my X account, which is at Fight Traffickers, F-I-T-E Traffickers, is going to have a lot of the information that people are going to want to know, but I know I need to put it on here as well. And then if people are like really interested, the top link in the bio of that X account, this thing is moving, the angle. The top link in my bio is where I go into like a crap ton of detail about everything since April 18th, 2023. Have I tried cameras? Have I tried locks that only lock from the inside? Of course I have. I understand why people would ask this. Any normal person hearing what I've been victim to would ask this, and any person who's been victim to this awful, cowardly crime would think of the same thing. Sorry, I'm getting used to being on video. I'm not usually used to it. Yes, of course I have tried that. So what we're dealing with when it comes to my attackers is a highly trained, by highly trained, what I mean is that these people are clearly, of course for me, always many degrees removed, being able to tell what's going on through no fault of my own or no choice of my own, just by what these people continue to do to me. These people are clearly highly trained in the sense that they are doing this on a daily basis, and they are getting away with it on a daily basis. These people involve lower level organized crime, but it is orchestrated by corrupt police officers that are local police, and then FBI, CIA, etc. I have significant reason to believe that other agencies are involved in my attacks. That's kind of a separate story, but so these people are highly trained. The point is that these people are highly trained pornographers. So especially once they've already raped someone multiple times and they've already got them surrounded using the technological means that they use to stalk their victims, or I can only speak for myself. Once they have done that, it's not as simple as, well, let me just do the conventional thing that anyone would do. They've already thought many steps ahead, because again, they're doing this on a daily basis and getting away with it on a daily basis because they have the color of authority and the color of law to get away with it, in addition to the fact that they break in without signs of forced entry. I can get into more of that later, but so for example, my attackers are always watching my phone, they're always recording on it, and they tend to break into my residence to place bugs and other audio recording devices and hidden cameras in my living spaces. I know this for a fact based on how quickly they get information that otherwise no one would hear except for me and my own friends or family in my own home, in the safety of my own home. If I put up a camera, these cowards already see me put up a camera and where I've put it up, because they are watching. This is how complex they are, truly, because they're cowards who don't want to see the inside of a jail cell. They want to enslave people for the rest of their lives by raping them constantly. And then they're like super dependent on technology to do their bidding. So when it comes to how to hack into a camera, that's something they do every single day. These types of perpetrators, not only do they include a lot of agency employees, etc., and people underneath the command of the agencies, but they also include private security, people who are used to working with technology on a daily basis. They use things like signal jammers and other technology. Anyone can look this up as far as cameras. So have I tried cameras? Absolutely. How many different cameras have I tried? Geez, it must be 10 to 15. In one instance, they immediately waited until I left my apartment the first time and immediately, like within the 15 minutes that I was at the grocery store and then came back, disabled the camera somehow that was right outside the door of my apartment. They've hacked into my cameras. I've had multiple cameras at one time. So it's a matter of when a victim has been constantly broken into, drugged, and raped in her sleep, his or her sleep, and doesn't have any recollection of the rapes, and then is not being believed, they try to totally surround and isolate a victim. All the conventional routes are not going to work with these people. Sorry to be so redundant, but I want to hammer the point home, because it's like a lot of individual stalkers this would work with. Like if it's just one person, yeah, you can put up a camera and, you know, drive them away. This is not one person. And another victim who's on TikTok and very active on TikTok says it like this: it's not just a few people within the government that do this. It is a shit ton of them. Maybe not every single police officer and every single agency employee, for sure. I know that for a fact. But it's how the system works. There's a very corrupt faction, and I would even venture to say the faction's very large, so that even the police officers and agents that are not in on it are mobilized against the victim. That's certainly been the case for me. And then locks that lock from the inside. So on my X account, I have a thread of some of the ways that these cowards break in. Locks that would lock from the inside. You know, I'm not saying there's no way to stop them. There's been 4 different times I've been able to stop my attackers in the past year. There's been 4 different periods of time that I've been able to stop them for long periods of time from breaking in, drugging, and raping me in my sleep. But it's not that simple. So a lot of the locks that would only be unlocked from the inside, this is a game to these people. So I've had many different barricade systems that they have still somehow gotten through. These people are creative. Again, it's not just to shoot down every idea that someone has, but I do have to paint the full picture of what these people do to their victims, so that people understand that it's not just as simple as getting new stuff. They go out of their way to make sure it's not that simple. What else with the locks? Yeah, I've been so just to illustrate the reality, I've been barricading my doors anytime I can for many months now. They've still gotten through barricades at times. How? I'm not 100% sure. They've broken in through windows. There's one house that we were living in for 3 months, and all of the entrances were extra barricaded, including the bedroom door was extremely barricaded, reinforced with 3 different barricades. And we know for a fact that they still got in, broke in, drugged, and raped me in my sleep with that barricade situation. I know it sounds like it defies logic, but again, these are people with power. These are not just any criminals. The agencies who are in on this rape trafficking, they'll tend to use lower level criminals to do the actual dirty work, but not always. These are career rapists. So these networks are very large. I hope that makes sense. I can get more specific if people have more specific questions. Thank you.